Okay, hello YouTube new subscribers. I decided to bring a quick update. First of all, the original male dwarf Grammy I had in here, he died after a scar on his head reopened. And being stubborn, I went out and I picked up a new wild type male. And this time I was very, very, very picky when I bought the fish. It took me about 35 minutes actually just to pick out the one fish. And this male, he had no fin damage, no body damage, and most importantly, he was beating up all the other males in the tank. So I figured out he was the very healthiest of the bunch. Also, I got some new Hygrophila difformis, which is my favorite plant. As you can tell here, the leaves are semi in between aquatic and the terrestrial state. So maybe within about 2 weeks or so, this plant will be fully aquatic. And since it's so big, I'm probably going to have to chop it up a bit and put some of it over here and over there. So you know, some of my dwarf hydro actually melted away, but the larger plants are living, and larger plants are actually starting to grow lots of little mini plants on them, like right there. You can see starting to grow little main plants. So I think I'm going to actually have to chop up this plant eventually once the once the secondary plants on it get too big. As you can see down here, now if you can see the hydro here, it's pretty leafless. It doesn't get much leaves until you go up to the top. And as for this tank, my scarlet babies are doing quite good. One thing I had issues with them was getting them to eat, and I've been feeding them two things. I've been feeding them freeze-dried frozen brine shrimp and fry food, actually. The fry food's a mixture of flakes and worms and stuff. And one thing is you shouldn't feed them bloodworms. And this is the fry food I've been feeding them, is this. And let's see if it has bloodworms in it or not. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Yeah, it has no bloodworms. About scarlet bass, you should actually avoid feeding them bloodworms and tooth worms, because they don't digest it very well and leads to them being highly obese. And that's one of the main causes of health problems in scarlet bass, is obesity and digestive issues from eating the wrong food. So, and another thing is this plant here, this water lettuce. It grows like crazy. Originally, this is one of the oldest plants, and this big one here is another of the oldest plants. All these new little babies are plants I've grown, and I've only had these plants for like 2 weeks. And for interesting, this plant here is only a week old. There he has little plants growing off it. So, thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe.